What is good, everybody? How are you? Welcome back to Chins and Giggles, episode 95. Oh my gosh, guys. It is a gloomy day out, and I just want to say to those that are listening, if you're tuning in, when you watch this, just letting you know I look like complete shit. Like, I feel like I've never came on the podcast like this, bitch.
It's a pajama party.
It's a pajama party on purpose because we woke up a little late. Mm-hmm. We just got back from Vegas recently, and yesterday was like my recovery day, and I was like fucking lazy all day. And then I was watching TV all night. I fell asleep late as hell. Mia fell asleep late with us. Like, all of our sleep schedules are out of whack right now. I woke up this morning literally like 15 minutes before we had to film. So I rolled out of bed, texted Myra. I called her. I was like, we're having a pajama party, and that's it. And I just threw this hat on because, bitch, I don't know if I look crazier with it or without it. So I was, died. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I feel like I've came on the podcast looking like shit before, but today she really took the fucking cake. Imagine.
No, but it's an exception. It's a pajama party. And I actually thought it would be fun to just have like some girl chat, you know?
Little girl chat vibe.
Yes, little girl chat vibe.
We just came back from Vegas, guys, and that was a fucking blast. So we'll do like a little recap. And oh my gosh, so this morning, like, I woke up so flustered, and I made Mia some eggs. I was like picking at her fucking eggs. I made myself a coffee. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna eat a fucking protein brownie. And because we're here, I was like,
protein.
Yeah, and because we're here on the podcast, I was like, you know what, bitch? This is like a TikTok shop find that I found. So I was like, I might as well. This is not sponsored. I was like, I might as well bring it in here so
TikTok
we can do
finds are everything.
You know, I started thinking, Maya, I'm like, I feel like we should like have little segments where we like try like a TikTok food or you know, like some kind of, I don't know. I was like, you know what? Maybe it could be just part of it. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the Prime Bites on TikTok. They're popular, Mara, just because they're good. I don't even think they're popular for being protein brownies. They've just been going viral just because they're just
exact
bomb.
Ones?
Yeah, just because they're good.
Okay.
So I ordered them on TikTok Shop. Bitch, I get so much shit on TikTok Shop. It's crazy. I feel like TikTok Shop, is it just me or the checkout is like really easy? Like, it saves all your information and it's just like a fucking
It's like
click.
Amazon. It's dangerous.
No, but I feel like TikTok Shop, like, it's like 1 or 2 clicks, boom, order, like, confirmed.
But the thing with TikTok Shop is they have amazing discounts. Like, you cannot beat those prices.
Why does it sound like a TikTok Shop ad? Imagine.
I know, right?
TikTok Shop, please sponsor us. Imagine. But they're the Prime Bites, and they were just going viral just because they're really good and because they're like protein brownies. I've tried so many like protein. Y'all, I feel like I fucking have tried like so many different proteins, guys, and different protein bars, different all types of like products, and it's always hard to find like really good stuff because you know there's protein bar that tastes like fucking protein. And I had seen these guys, the Prime Bites, and I just saw them going viral. People were just talking about how they were really good. People who are not even like into protein like that. So I ordered the variety pack. It came with like a bunch. But I was like, maybe we could eat one. Do you want to look at them? I don't know if you want one. Have you ate breakfast?
I did. I ate a bagel, but cookie dough.
ASMR.
What kind did you get?
Do you want it? We could share it too. It's
we'll share it.
Chocolate glazed donut. Comment down below, like, what are your guys' like addiction with TikTok Shop? I actually, you know what's funny?
I'll get my own. This one looks good.
What is it?
It's a Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. What flavor is that? It just says Cookie Monster?
Yeah. It's like I love chocolate.
Bitch, I've been seeing, it's funny because like some people see TikTok Shop differently. Like, I see a lot of people complain about TikTok Shop, how they find it like really annoying and stuff.
Really?
Because a lot of people will, you know how it's like commission, so a lot of people will be like, oh, buy this, or like trying to sell you a product.
I mean, they definitely sell it to you, huh?
But you know what? Like, for me, on the other hand, like, I feel like TikTok Shop has been the best thing ever. Like, I love TikTok Shop. Like, I'll be fucking getting like, I'll be so easily influenced. Oh my God, you know what I bought on TikTok Shop last night? The water flossing machine.
Oh,
have you heard about it?
I have, but I haven't tried it.
Me either, but I ordered it last night.
What did I order? I ordered some stuff like last week for our Vegas trip, like,
and it didn't get here.
It did. Even with the heart sweater I had last week, I got a lot of compliments on that, and that was from TikTok Shop.
Oh yeah. Let me try this. I also I was seeing how these are a lot better too in the microwave, but who the fuck has time for that right now?
In the microwave? Let's see. I got the Cookie Monster cream nut, so it's gonna be chocolate.
Oh, this tastes like a fucking brownie. How's yours taste? They look the same. Bitch, I'm kind of shocked. Like,
here, let me swap real quick.
Okay.
It's all the same flavor, imagine.
It looks the fucking same. Bitch, that's the same brownie.
You know what it is? The top layer that yours has and mine doesn't have it, right?
Yours does have it. What's the fucking difference? Are you sure it's not the same flavor?
It's not. Mine's Cookie Monster.
I think it tastes the same.
It
does.
There's
like a bunch of different flavors. The other day I tasted like a birthday one. And that was pretty fucking good. It tastes like a birthday cake, bitch. But I'm not... Okay, first impression, dead ass.
It's good.
I feel like it tastes like an actual brownie. Like the texture is actually fudgy.
I feel like I could describe protein powder like sandy. I taste the sand.
Yeah?
A little bit.
I think I'm used... I don't know what it is. I feel like I've really grown to like protein stuff. Because sometimes I feel like I find a gem and then I show Myra and she's like, tastes like protein.
No, but I like it.
But they're good. The way I see it is like, I could be having a real brownie or I could be having protein. And this bitch, shit tastes like a fucking brownie to me. Y'all, I'm impressed. Prime Bites, bitch. Like, have you been thinking about it? Because like, with TikTok Shop, like I've bought a couple things. And I'm not gonna lie, like food-wise, I've tried a few things. And sometimes I'm like, wow. And sometimes I'm like, okay, that wasn't like the best.
I like it.
I think this is really good. But yeah, I got the water floss on TikTok because I feel like with floss, like you just can't get in there. I don't know. And also like the water floss just looks cool. They say the pressure is like really high and like it takes out all kinds of shit. Like, you can even get like tonsil stones out and stuff with it. Like, what? I don't know, but I don't know. I you know how it is with TikTok. You start seeing, I literally saw like 3 videos and I was like, I'm convinced I'm buying this shit.
I want to get the one that picks your earwax out.
Huh?
The one that like it has a little camera.
Oh my god,
that shit makes me like I just want to go in there. I want to get the person with the dirtiest ear just to pick their shit out.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
That makes like, you know what I love too? Seeing ingrown nail removals,
ingrown toenails. When they're getting it cut out.
I just want to have an ingrown just to do it. But I also know the pain, guys. I've had an ingrown before.
Absolutely not.
I was so obsessed with it before that I've never struggled with ingrowns, but I just love picking it out. And when I go to like...
But they're so painful.
To the salons and I'm like... And they're just avoiding. I'm like, can you go in there? Like...
No, well, even when they're cutting even just a tiny amount, I'm like, it just hurts.
I feel like it feels so good.
Really? Oh my god, I hate it. I love watching it. I love watching like the crazy infected ingrown nails. Because you just know that the relief they feel, bitch, when they pull it out. Like, you know that shit gotta be good.
Oh my god, you guys, right now, I know people are gonna ask, like, what were you pouring in your cup? I'm taking a Vasitol again.
Oh, Vasitol.
I'm back on a Vasitol. I'm not trying to have a baby. I feel like
Vasitol is not birth control. Because you said I'm not trying to have a baby.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm saying this because when I was trying for Noah, I started taking a Vasitol because it's like a hormonal, it balances your hormones. So... No, and honestly, I do recommend it to people that are trying to have a baby, because their reviews are like phenomenal. People that, you know, have tried to even like go the route of IVF and all that, they try Vasitol and they end up getting pregnant. Like,
so Vasitol is just really good in helping.
It helps your egg quality. It just balances your hormones really well. It is recommended for women with PCOS. Obviously, you guys, we're not like self-diagnosing ourselves, but like, you know, being insulin resistant.
It helps a lot with insulin resistance.
Helps a lot with that.
Helps control your glucose and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's a lot of women take it, even women that don't have PCOS, people that might have irregular periods, whatever the case is. I started taking it again, just because I feel like I'm going through a hormonal imbalance. And I say this because I was pumping for 9 months and I feel like, and you do read on it and like you do go through a period where your hormones are trying to balance themselves. I mean, obviously, right? Like you go from pumping to nothing. So
you mentioned that, right? Last week? You mentioned that, no?
What?
Like how you stopped pumping?
I think I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, like on our birthday episode.
Oh, okay.
So I've been going through a hormonal imbalance, you guys, and I've been dealing it with myself. I literally... Postpartum, I was a certain weight the entire 9 months. I mean, I would literally eat anything and I would probably fluctuate from like 2 pounds up, 2 pounds down. I never like had a period where I was just gaining weight, and I stopped pumping. And I knew too, you know, pumping took a lot of willpower in me. So I knew, I'm like, okay, you are going to need to do some changes after you stop pumping. So just like, that's my little motivation, my little kick. I'm like, I had all the willpower for that. I need to like have that same mindset for like my lifestyle. So I really went in full force after this pumping journey, and I was like,
you built your gym and everything.
My gym, yes, and it was a new year. Like I literally stopped pumping maybe like the first week of January. I was like, new year, new me. Like I'm gonna focus on myself. And little did I know, you guys, life would completely humble me. I want to say a couple weeks before our birthday, I truly, when I tell you, I changed my way of eating, because I just started noticing, I'm like, oh, it's getting a little harder to maintain the weight. So I started eating different. I was truly like giving it my all. I remember like there was days where I was like craving even like the littlest snack. I was like, I'm not going to do it. And you guys, I gained like 5 pounds within just those couple weeks. And I knew something was going on with my body. I was not feeling good. I was noticing it like a lot on my face. And this is just what us women deal with, like especially postpartum. Obviously, our bodies go through a lot of changes. But truly, when I tell you, like, I have just not been feeling myself. And I had to have a moment where I was like, okay, I am like clearly my hormones are completely unbalanced, and I know I should probably give it some time, and I should really, but I remember when I had gotten blood work while I was pumping I don't want to say the name because I actually don't even know what it's called, when they check your blood and check your like sugars and
your A1C.
Your A1C. And me and Karina have talked about in the past how like growing up we've been told that we're insulin resistant.
Yeah.
So at some point, I've known I was insulin resistant. And I remember once talking to my nutritionist when I was pregnant, because I had got gestational diabetes. She had told me, if you breastfeed for a year, like that really helps. So the entire time I was like pumping, my A1C was incredible. Like I didn't even have pre-diabetes, like nothing, like absolutely nothing.
But because also like pumping helps burn a lot of calories at the same time, huh?
Yeah. So I started noticing after pumping, you guys, like I started getting like a little like dark around my chin.
After you stopped?
Yeah, like some like dark spots.
Okay.
And to me, like that's, I feel like that's insulin resistance. Like when they talk about like dark spots and stuff.
Have you ever had that before?
Yeah, I used to get it before.
Oh, yeah, I had that too.
Yeah, like I kind of get it like around like my chin a little bit. And I started getting it again. And I knew right then and there, I'm like, I'm becoming insulin resistant again. So,
okay.
Long story short, I knew something was up because I know my body. I know exactly what to do if I want to lose a couple pounds. And instead, I was just gaining. So I started taking Avasitol again. And honestly, you guys, I feel incredible. I've been taking it for over a week now. I take it morning and night. I'm not trying to get pregnant.
I kind of want to get on Avasitol too, just because it's so good for your hormones.
So I started looking into it. I really started looking into it because the last time I just really fully wanted to take it to get pregnant. So this time around, I'm not trying to get pregnant, and I just really wanted to see the benefits of it. And I came across a podcast of the founder, and they were actually saying how, like, a woman naturally that is insulin resistant, she's
I might get on it, like dead ass.
Yeah, she's most likely to get like gestational diabetes when pregnant. Like everything was clicking. I was like, I got gestational diabetes when I was pregnant. I got
it immediately with Mia.
And he talks about like if you. Like that woman that want to get pregnant, they stop taking it immediately when they get pregnant. But little do they know that they could still take it during their pregnancy and prevent gestational diabetes. Yeah. And I was just flabbergasted. But I do want to say this, if you guys have any questions or anything, I would always consult with your doctor first, obviously. Mm-hmm. But do your research. I did a lot of research on it, and it seems to have a lot of benefits. And yeah, I'm taking it, hormonal balance, and
I feel like it just helps with your hormones in general, and like also your thyroid has a lot to do with your hormones. I don't know if I mentioned it at all on here, but I actually I didn't get diagnosed, but I just found out very recently, like a month ago, that I actually have hypothyroidism. Hyper, I think is the one it's the one that like slows down your metabolism. And I was like, what the fuck? I had never thought I had like a thyroid issue. And looking back now, I'm like, I wonder if it was like more like descontrolado like before I got my weight loss surgery, and maybe like it's not as bad now. So my numbers are like, they're off to be considered hypothyroidism, but it's not like severe.
Yeah.
But with that, Myra, and it makes me think, Myra, because we are identical twins, and it makes me think, and that's why like whenever I have something, I like, we always go back and forth. Like, I wonder if we guys, when you're twins
and
like that.
People like probably judge us about that. Like, you guys are self-diagnosing yourself, right?
Yeah, I feel like some people will like cringe that we're like, if I have something, I ask Myra to, I'm like, maybe you should get this checked out.
Yeah,
because we are identical twins, you guys, and I don't know if like that's how, if it goes hand in hand, but with a lot of things, Myra and I have been like health wise.
Yeah,
like,
we
always like. Years later, we always end up kind of like going through the same things, like so. Like recently, Myra, like, because I did some blood work, and I have hypothyroidism, and I had no fucking clue. Yeah, and honestly, it's clicking now, and I'm like, it makes fucking sense. I had talked about how, well, just like how you, like, I put on like 5-6 pounds from the holidays, and like, I genuinely feel that I'm pretty strict with what I eat. Like, of course, I love to cook. Yeah. We both love to cook. I love to make all kinds of shit, like, for my family, or just like Raul, and just experimenting with different food. But for the most part, like, I feel like I am very strict on what I'm eating. Yes, I'm having a brownie right now, but it's like a protein brownie. Like, I know for a fact that my eating habits now are great compared to how they were before, even if I had my cheat moments and stuff like that, like I work out and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I do notice I'm like, damn, maintaining could be like really hard for me sometimes. Like, I feel like maintaining, I have to be like so fucking strict. Yeah. And I'm like, my stomach is literally 70% was cut out. And of course, it's like, it's been amazing. It's been the best tool ever. I do not regret it. It's been the best thing I've ever done. But I have realized, I'm like, I see like, like what I eat in a day for some people and stuff. And I'm like, I see like that, they still eat like chips, or they still try to like eat a little bit of everything. And I'm like, I feel like if I eat a little bit of everything, like, I am 100% putting weight back on if I even like try to have more than a few cheat days.
Being a woman, like,
maintaining my weight, to maintain it, I feel like I have to be like on fucking track, like hella on track. When I'm like, I should be able to have like a few things here and there and just.
I really maintain. Question if I had not been strict when I gained those 5 pounds, I probably would have gained 10. Like that. Those are moments where I'm like, whoa, like,
dude, yes, Myra.
I could blame myself for my eating habits, but I also know what to do when I want to lose weight. So for me to have gained, I was just like,
I really do think though, Myra, like, I don't know if you've gotten your thyroid checked, but I would just check it, just because sometimes you just never know. Yeah. In the past, I never thought about getting it checked because like I knew I was fucking eating bad, Yeah. But I feel like in this journey, like, I know how I eat, and I know that, like, how I am in my fitness journey and stuff. And I do sometimes question, I'm like, I shouldn't have to be on it like this just to maintain, not even lose, just to maintain. Yeah. So I do feel like it's clicking. I'm like, oh, bitch, what? Like, I would have never thought, you guys, that I was hypo, whatever the fuck.
I think right now, because I did just stop pumping, like, it's such a almost dead giveaway that it could be simply that my body is going through changes. But also because I'm taking Ovasitol, like I'm trying to trust it. And even just like the week I've been taking it, you guys, like, I feel like even then, like, my body's like slowly fluctuating back to what it was. Obviously I'm not the weight I was then, but
Myra,
even just a couple pounds makes the biggest difference. And I'm like, and I was eating like nothing in Vegas because it was my actual time where I was trying to enjoy it,
Oh yeah, Vegas, I ate like a fucking pig. Yeah. But do you realize like how judgmental we could be on ourselves though? Yeah. We're talking 5 pounds, Myra, and we're like over here, like eating ourselves up over like, oh my God, 5 pound weight gain. Like, that's, first of all,
myself up about it
I think a lot of people could relate that even just the holidays themselves could have thrown people off by 5 pounds. Some people even 10 pounds. Like,
I feel like, every pound like goes to my face. Like,
me too.
Like that is my.
Me too.
One of my biggest insecurities, like, that I have a round face, and like, would it be this round if I was skinny? No, right? But
no, Myra, I feel like we're always gonna have a round face. I feel that.
I feel like, and I know that because I know, like, to some extent, I'm thinking about my teenage years when I was skinny. Like, I think like we've always been cachetonas.
We've always been cachetonas.
But I think with like every pound that I gain, it goes to my face.
Me too.
And I think being on the internet, it doesn't make it easier because you get to see yourself from every single angle. And especially with like comments like making about your weight, like it is hard.
So
like I feel like with the weight that I've gained, like people have like called me out on it, and I'm like, you guys, like,
but that's crazy, Myra.
Trying, like, trust me, I just like, I'm waking up, I see myself every morning, I'm noticing it.
But do you realize like when you say it out loud, like 5 pounds, and like even having people call you out for it, like, y'all, to even keep track on someone like that, like putting on weight, and you've 5 pounds, Myra. 5 pounds is, when you really look at it like that, 5 pounds was nothing.
I'm trying not to beat myself up about it. My main goal, I think postpartum, I learned a lot about myself, like when I feel confident, when I don't. And I think my main goal is not to be the way I was before Noah, because I actually ended up weighing less postpartum than I was before being pregnant. Mm-hmm. And I have that fear of being the weight that I was before being pregnant, because I know what it was like to hit that weight and how insecure I felt. So I don't want to be there. So when I started seeing the scale go up, I was scared, because I know how I am. Like I don't want to pick up the camera. I feel insecure. Like I'm just being real. That's guys. Crazy. With just reality. We all go through these insecurities that other people might not notice, but it's even worse when other people start pointing it out, because they're like, I've been dealing with it. I already know. So yeah, like, you know, it's just.
I mean, it's just crazy. Like, if you really think about it, like,
I think everybody fluctuates.
It's like how you said, Myra, you were like, damn, like, if I really was eating bad, like, how much would I, like, you're trying, like, literally, that's what, like, I was even telling myself too. I'm like, I know that I'm active, and I know that I'm actively trying to eat healthy. Like, if I'm off a few pounds, like, bitch, like, if I think about that too, I'm like, if I was actually just indulging and being like, fuck this, I'm eating whatever I want, like, damn, like, bitch, I'd be probably like gaining, like, I don't know, because even I feel like I've said this before, like, for months now, that like even just maintaining could be hard. So even, you know, something like a weight loss surgery, it's just like a lifestyle. You have to be on top of it, and it's something I realized, like, even maintaining could really be hard. And then now finding out that, like, I have a thyroid issue, but like, what the fuck? I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that. But I actually just thought in my head, I was like, maybe if I start taking Ovasitol, because Ovasitol just helps with hormones in general.
It helps with like hormonal balance in general.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like maybe I should try that.
I started really looking into it, even like insulin resistance. Like, it's extremely hard to lose weight with it being insulin resistant. Like, everything is just like adding up.
I really think you should just check your thyroid, because thyroid your thyroid plays a huge role in hormones.
I definitely want to.
It slows the hypo one. It slows down your metabolism. Yeah. It makes you more insulin resistant. Yeah. It actually all adds up, and I'm actually thinking
everything goes hand in hand.
I'm thinking like I must have had hypothyroidism for a long time, and I just realizing it now. If anything, it's probably gotten a lot better. Yeah. And I probably had it worse before weight loss. Like, yeah. I'm probably thinking about like,
I think it all goes hand in hand, like even swelling and stuff. Like, I'm the kind that my face is always poofy.
Oh,
and even Ovasitol, it helps with like swelling and all that. I'm like, this all goes hand in hand. So Myra,
I was reading on hypothyroidism, and people like the moment they get on medication, they're shocked because they always thought they had a really round face. They always thought they had Myra. I was fucking reading into this, and I was like, let me find out. We're not naturally poofy. I was like, wait, because that is one thing I've noticed, Myra, even after I lost weight. I've never felt my face like slim like that. Like, I've always noticed, like, no matter what, you know? And like, I read that when you get on medication for that like you just you carry excess like water weight. I don't know. If what?
Not that I'm self-diagnosing myself, but if I do, at least I'm starting off right by taking Ovasitol, because I feel like
Ovasitol's great.
Which I don't want to like shove it down people's throat. Talk to your doctor first.
Ovasitol is amazing, and you know what? I think it's good to have these conversations. I think that like we don't owe anything to somebody who wants to call you out on weight gain. But I think it is good to have conversations like this. Like, bitch, this is real. Like, everybody goes through this where they're having their moments. Let's get real
for a second too. This Ovasitol, the first week, baby, my hormones. Okay, this is how I felt too when I was trying for Noah. I was like, I remember even talking about it in the podcast. I'm like, I don't like how it makes me feel sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, my hormones are all over the place. It's like the roller coaster before.
It's like trying to settle everything, so everything kind of goes out of whack first, huh?
Girl, this is the first time that I'm taking it morning and night. I remember in the beginning, like,
oh, you take it twice a day?
Take it, I would only take it once because I had like anxiety about it. I don't know. I'm over that already. Now I'm like morning and night. This is what your body needs. Let's do it. Like, bitch, I'm telling you, I got on that shit real quick.
You know, right now that you just really quickly, right now that you mentioned that how you would get anxiety about it, I remember that you used to get anxiety about taking like a Tylenol.
Yeah, I've always been like that. It's
like,
weird.
That's wild.
I told myself this year I'm not allowing anxiety to take over my life. So I took it, and I'm like, it's a supplement. I'm not taking medication. What's it gonna do to me? So I started taking it morning and night as recommended, and My emotions were a little crazy, girl. I was crying over anything.
Oh, Volatile is truly. Let me actually search it up because it's actually really good.
I'm serious though, Karina. I was literally crying over the lowest things. I could be watching TV and I saw something sad, I would cry. I had Brian bring me the Volatile from my purse this morning, and he was like, "What did he say?" I don't know. He made a joke about you. He made a joke about like, don't act up, like taking the Volatile. And I had to have the conversation with Brian. I'm like, baby, like if you could just like ride with me and like just be easy on me this week. Like I know how Volatile is. You just gotta give me like a couple weeks for my body to adjust to it. Just ride it out with me.
You know what? I had a good day, but I know you didn't have the best Valentine's Day. So
guys. And I'm saying this because this is fucking so real.
This is real, queen. It is what it is.
It's funny because the podcast, like, this is something I wouldn't just be like talking about on the internet, but it's a podcast, and I feel so comfortable because it literally feels like it's just girl chat. My Valentine's Day, bitch, we didn't do nothing because I was fighting with Brian. Like,
to be fair, I didn't really do anything either, but it was just because we were lazy as fuck.
No, and like to see everybody posting their gifts and everything on Valentine's Day. I want to be clear though, Brian had his gift. Literally, like he had a whole day planned out for me, but we decided to fight, and we were both stubborn that none of us broke the ice. So the whole day went by. But guess what? I watched Love Is Blind. I was on it. I was like, I need to distract my mind. It's the day of love. I might as well watch something. So I watched Love Is Blind. But before I get into that, because we are so addicted to this.
That's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other topic. Yeah, bitch, I was fighting with Brian on Valentine's Day.
You called me
that night. My eyes.
And Mara was pissed. She was like, we're fighting. He had to give me my fucking gift. And you guys were just like you guys were going through it.
Because the gift was like sitting on the couch. And I'm like, bro, like, yeah, let it go. Like, but I was also being stubborn too. I don't know what is it. Like, I'm telling you, like, not to, I don't want to blame. Like,
I literally remember
product because I'm like bitchy or whatever. But I do think like my hormones trying to balance. Like, I'm a little more emotional. It.
I literally told Myra straight up because I really was trying to like, because Myra calls me, you know, she just tells me everything and stuff, like, you know, whenever they're having like little petty fights.
This was over like the stupidest fight, like the stupidest thing ever.
I really was trying to hear you out, Myra, like really hard. I was really trying to hear you out, but I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I was literally telling Myra.
I'm telling you, I could not control my emotions.
And I know that like sometimes with your significant other, I can't take myself serious. I look crazy today. Sometimes with your significant other, you have the dumbest fights. And I feel that because sometimes Ro and I will have some stupid ass fights and I'm like, what was... And then it gets to the point that you're like, I'm not even mad about what happened. I'm mad about like the principle. I'm mad about like the fucking pettiness right now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like that's where you guys were at. And I feel like that's how a lot of fights happen, you guys. Like think about like when you have an argument.
You're not even fighting at the end about what happened.
Yes. And then Raul will be like, I can't believe you're mad about that. I'm like, I'm not even mad about that anymore. Now I'm mad because you think you're out here trying to make me look fucking crazy. Now that's what I'm fucking mad at, you know? So then it blows the fuck up and then you look crazy. Yeah. But I told Myra, I was like, Myra, I'm really trying to understand you. This is so fucking stupid. Like, this is such a dumb fight. And I told her, I was like, I get it. I do this all the time too, but this is so dumb. Yeah. And then you were like, I just want him to come over here and talk to me and break the ice. And then Brian in the back, he's like, I did. And you're like, well, I'm pissed. I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, Myra. So, and I'm telling you, I'm like, so he did go up to you to try to break the ice. You're like, yeah, but I'm fucking pissed. And I'm like, okay. But at the same time, you're telling me, you're like, I want him to come over here and fucking drop it and break the, and then he tried, but you were just not having it. I was like, Myra, because a lot of times, you know, of course I want to be there and be like, yeah, I feel you, queen. But at the same time, I was like, Myra, like, okay, I think...
I don't know what happened, Karina.
It came to the point that I was thinking, I was like, what is up with Myra right now? Like, I think... And I even told you, I was like, I feel like I literally told you, Myra, I was like, I feel like these last couple of weeks, you've been like, you know, a little bit more like on the edge. And I wasn't sure. And because like, if she's in the right or not, you know, I'm going to tell her like, oh yeah, like that was a dick move or whatever. But it was like, I was trying really hard to like... validate your feelings, but at the same time I was like, Myra, like I think you're like going through something right now.
Okay.
And I understand too, because you know sometimes you could have like moments like all can. Totally get it. And then I don't know where like I think it was like a couple days later you told me about it.
So it was the next day. No, it was the next day, Karina. We were trying to pack for Vegas.
Oh my god.
And yes. No, okay, so Karina, I call when I have my arguments when I have my little fights, I call Karina for validation. I think Karina's the only person I call when I'm just pissed, girl. She'll hear me out. She'll hype me up or something. She'll tell me like when I'm wrong. So this time, I know like I was on the phone and she, I don't know what you said, but you were like, you're still dragging this on.
You know what? This is how our Vegas recap is gonna start. Cause bitch, you had me a little pissed off for a bit.
I know.
It was the night before Vegas. It was literally 2 a.m. I called you. Have you packed, Myra?
It was 12.
Okay, it was 12 a.m. the night before. We're leaving at 7 a.m. to Vegas. 7 hours later, guys. This is 7 hours before we're supposed to take off. I call Myra like, so are you packed up? You know, like I'm thinking like they got in a fight last night, but they gotta be good now, right? And Myra's like, well, I don't know because I don't even know if we're going. Brian, this and that. I'm like, are you serious?
We hadn't talked still.
So I was like, Myra, be so fucking for real. And I even told you, I think I was like annoyed.
You
I was
told
like,
me. You're like, I cannot believe you're dragging this on. You were like, the fact that you're still like mad is crazy.
It's because you guys, it was like the whole thing was just dumb.
I know.
And
it was such a stupid fight. And like, it was a one time Karina was like, you are literally like, she straight up told me I was overreacting. And to hear that from Karina, someone that I was expecting to validate me, I had to like in the moment think like, I am overreacting.
No,
oh and my God, this is crazy. Like, it's day 2. Valentine's Day was ruined yesterday, and I'm still here dragging this on.
I think the way I saw it, Myra, was like, you were so set on like, fuck Vegas. And I was like, Myra, like,
no.
I was thinking like, the hotels are booked. What do you mean? Like, no. And then you were like, well, I'll go. I'll drive myself there with Noah. I was like,
okay,
be so for real right now. Be so for real.
Okay, but you know what? I'm just like, this conversation we're having here, I'm not embarrassed to have it because I know every relationship,
everybody
goes through this shit, girl.
It's so real. It's
like, it all starts clicking. I'm like, Ovasitol got me insane right now.
I don't know where you texted it. You just kind of like put your guard down. You were like, bitch, I think I'm really going through
I literally told Karina, I'm like, I don't know what's happening with me. Like, my emotions right now, like I'm crying over anything. And it's not even just like what I'm fighting about. I could see something on TV and I'm crying. Like something is going on with me. And Brian literally walks down and it was almost like God was speaking to me like, chill, girl. While you're telling me this, Brian walks down. He's like, "Where's your Ovasitol? I need to get rid of it." Like, this is crazy.
Your Ovasitol?
He literally grabbed my Ovasitol and threw it in the trash.
No. Okay, see, we're over here hyping up Ovasitol.
And I told him, "Don't throw the Ovasitol away. It's $100. How dare you? Ovasitol's expensive, girl."
Okay, so Ovasitol, guys, it's a great product. It does help, you know. And maybe we shouldn't just blame Ovasitol, Myra. You also, you know how you said you just stopped breastfeeding? Like, that alone is a hormone shift.
And my period came the morning of Vegas.
Oh my God, that was it. That was it.
That was it. End of story. That was it.
Fuck the Ovasitol. Fuck the breastfeeding hormones. It was definitely your period coming, bitch. Because I have had that happen, Myra, where I'm having like the meltdowns of my life.
Let me tell you that though.
And the next day I got my period.
When my period came, because me and Brian that night, when he told me he's gonna throw it away, I kid you not. You know when you're like having an argument and you know your man's right and you're like just fighting it, and in your head you're like, LOL, you ate right now, like you are doing
you
it.
ate.
And so I had that moment in my head where I'm like, you are speaking facts right now. Like I'm stubborn, but like there was a realization in my head where I was like cackling. I'm like, damn, bitch, you really dragged it on this long. Like, you just wanted to stand your ground, girl. And I just started laughing, Karina.
To be honest, Valentine's Day is not even all that, bitch. I didn't do shit. We went to the mall, and then we made dinner here, but, like, I looked like this during fucking Valentine's Day. Like, it's not even all that.
Long story short, Brian tells me, you know, I'm throwing this away, throws it away. Crazy, and I start laughing. I'm like, Brian, what's going on? Like, I literally start laughing. I'm like, Brian,
I'll fucking like crazy.
Unlimited? No, not like that. I just start laughing. I'm like, oh my God, babe, like what is going on? Like, what is going on with me? And he's like, I don't know what's going on with you. Like, this is crazy.
I felt bad for Brian. Yeah, I felt bad.
So I take it out. I'm like, no, like, and that's why I'm like, babe, like, it's $100. I'm not gonna throw it away. This is for my own good. Like, clearly I'm going through.
Yeah.
Clearly I'm going through a hormonal imbalance.
I mean, you got your period the next day.
And I told him. I was like, as long as you ride with me, don't piss me off. And we're good. Because the fact that we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day, I know when I do wrong, baby. The fact that he couldn't put his guard down and just reconcile.
He tried, Myra.
Anyways, the point is that I recognize that I was like acting crazy. And I'm like, you know what? Vegas is tomorrow. Let's start packing. Like, we can't ruin this.
What time was it when you were like, okay, fuck it, let's pack?
It was about like 2 a.m. And like, And like truly, we came into an agreement. I'm like, it's so versatile. Like I'm acting crazy. So the next morning, yes, I get my period, and it was the biggest like 360 that happened in my brain. I was like, and I told Brian, I'm like, I don't know if it's Ovasitol or it was my period this whole time.
So with Ovasitol, like I do remember when I used to take Ovasitol, like it would throw me off for like a week or two. Like it's like your hormones go out of whack for a little bit before they finally like settle.
I want to know what's the craziest thing you guys have done as a fight. Like comment down below. What's the pettiest thing you've done? Because for me, the pettiest thing was dragging it on the second day. Because I want to be honest, I'm super vocal. Like, if I'm fighting, I will recognize that I'm fighting for something stupid. And, like, literally before the night ends, I can't go to sleep mad, Karina. Brian knows this. Brian knows this. So the fact that I was willing to go all Valentine's Day silent, he knew I was mad. He knew I was pissed.
Like I was waiting for this moment, Myra. Like I really was. I was like, she's gonna look back at this and laugh.
Oh my god! And then guess what? So
pulls up to Vegas, all happy.
Vegas is like whatever. I actually was thriving in Vegas. It was still in the back of my head. I'm not gonna lie because I'm a big holiday person. Like I don't even care if it's Valentine's Day. Those days to me matter.
Yeah,
like they really do.
Trust me, like when you really think about it, I don't know if it's just me, Yon, and like. I just feel like Valentine's Day, like it's cute and all when you're dating.
I overthink it. I think for me, I truly was like, wow, Valentine's Day wasted. Like I really thought about it like that. So we came back home and I'm very vocal. Brian knows that like we still haven't made up for Valentine's Day. Like he knows like we haven't made up for that day. I was like chilling, but he knows that like my standards are high. Like if you're going to ruin my Valentine's Day, you're going to have to make up for it. And it's not going to be Vegas because that was already planned before that. It was going to happen with or without it. So that was not part of the making up. So yesterday we're just chilling on the couch and it's so funny because I feel like it's nothing like Brian's not the kind to like pour his guard down like that. And he comes down, Karina, and he sits down by me. He's like, what are you doing tomorrow after the podcast? I was like, nothing. And I really thought he was going to say like, oh, I need to make candles or something. I don't know. I need to, nothing. I was not expecting this. He was like,
pack your bags.
He was like, I want to take you to dinner and make up for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's cute.
And he's like, I want you to get dressed up and like, we're going to have like.
Is that why you're wearing clothes under your pajamas today?
No, this is just like a regular outfit.
Because I know when you showed up, you were like, I brought clothes to go out after. I was like, oh, where's she going?
No, it was just like, it's just running errands. Like if we go like grab lunch or something. No. But I thought it was funny because I don't know. I feel like I'm so awkward. Cute. And I literally, when he did that, I couldn't even look at him in the eyes. I started cracking up. It's so fucked up. I literally just laughed. I was like, oh
but
my
it's
God.
exactly what you wanted.
And I'm not even kidding. I told Brian, I'm like, just you doing this made up for this entire week. Just you like putting your guards down because Brian could be really stubborn. Like
you guys are both really stubborn. Myra. You guys are both stubborn.
And for him to have like done that, like that took a lot in him to be like, I'm gonna like put my pride to the side. So that made up for like the whole weekend I was pissed. It's just funny.
I mean, Vegas, like
it's just so crazy. Though. Like, oh, Vegas, I had a blast.
You guys,
let's talk about Vegas.
Yeah. So finally, Myra texts me at 2 a.m. She's like, I really feel like my boss was throwing my hormones off, and you were like going through it. And then that's when I finally got validation. And I was like, okay, she is gonna go to Vegas. Cause y'all think about it. The night before, we're all texting in the group chat, and we're like, all right, y'all, we're leaving at 7 a.m. Like, y'all ready? Y'all are packed. Peter and Elizabeth are replying. Crystal could not go, by the way, because people were like, where's Crystal? She could not make it after all. But we were, we were texting the group chat, just trying to get everything together, the plans and all. Everybody was replying like, yep, I'm packing right now. Blah, blah, blah. Myra, crickets. I was like, I didn't think anything of it until you called me later. I was like, this bitch is not going to go. I was like, no. I was like, Myra.
I wouldn't do that. I knew that I was going to.
But I was like, what are we going to... People are going to be like, why is Myra not there? It's y'all's birthday trip. I was like, wait, Myra, be so for real right now, whatever.
I know.
But the next day, we do end up all going, which was, oh my gosh, Vegas was so fun, you guys. We did not take off at 7 a.m. Bitch, I took off till like, I want to say like 9.
I took off till like 12.
You did, yeah.
But that's what we get because we barely packed anything.
Yeah, but it was so fun, you guys. Day 1, we got there. We were just walking around, like literally day 1 on Friday. We were just literally just walking the strip, which even just that is such a vibe. We got some food And at nighttime, that's when you guys got there, like I think at 6 or so, and then we ended up meeting up. And your suegra didn't get there till the next day, huh?
Yeah. So I knew that I was not gonna go out with you guys that night. So we went out to dinner. We went to Buca with Jasmine and Denise.
Yes, you guys went to dinner. Yeah, and then my suegra was there with us, so she took care of Mia, and then the rest of us went to a nightclub. Mm-hmm. And that was so fun too, but I feel like because it wasn't all of us, Myra, like the vibes were not there like Saturday. Mm-hmm. Like Friday we were like, Myra's not here. It was already like, oh, Myra can't come, so we're just kind of like trying to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. So we were like, okay, let's just go to Hakkasan. It was like the club we're at, well, like at the hotel. Yeah. And that was fun. Yeah, like the vibes were there. We got a little lit, like we were dancing, but it was like, okay, we just did that. And then like at 2 a.m. because it's because that day we all got up a little early. We were, we're packing late the night before. We went to go eat and stuff. And then we went to the club. We were kind of drained already because like of the road trip and shit. Cause it takes like 3.5 hours to 4 hours to get to Vegas. Mm-hmm. So we were really tired from the road trip. So by 2 a.m. we left the club. We went to go eat and we called it a night. Mm-hmm. The next day on Saturday is when shit got crazy. It
was so fun.
It was so fucking fun, you guys. Like,
so fun.
An absolute blast.
We went to the buffet in the morning.
Yes, that's how it started off.
And Peter, like right away, he's like, I must start taking mimosas. And at first I was like, no, I want to. I know how I am. If I get there right now, I'm not going to have the vibes at night.
No.
And then at some point I was like, fuck it. Brian, go get yourself a card. Like the little cards. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, start bringing the mimosas.
It's because like, yeah, if you get shit faced off mimosas, because mimosas are dangerous.
Yeah.
If you get shit faced, then yeah, you're kind of risking the rest of your day getting fucked up. Because that's what happened to us one time when we went to go have brunch, and literally the rest of our day was us blacked out. Like we were just sleeping.
I got a good buzz.
Yeah,
I actually just drank 3 mimosas. It was nothing crazy.
Yeah, this time we were like, well, if you take it slow and you just like have a few, you get a good buzz going, and then we're good to hang for the nighttime.
Yeah.
So we went to the buffet, which, oh my gosh, buffets in Vegas are my favorite thing ever.
Everything.
If you guys want some recommendations, because a lot of you guys always ask like about food places in Vegas or like different things to do as family. Yeah. Places that I recommend, I would say any buffet. I would say that just about any fucking buffet, high end or on the lower end, every single buffet I've tried in Vegas has been fucking incredible. All of them.
And we went to the aquarium after.
But
did. On the way to the aquarium, we took like 2 freaking hours because we kept stopping at like certain spots to look at things.
And we kept getting lost.
Yeah.
Going the wrong way. The
aquarium, it was incredible.
The aquarium at the Mandalay Bay, you guys, because a lot of you guys also ask, because we take our kids a lot to Vegas. And people always ask, like, what do you do with your kids there? There's actually so many family activities to do. Again, that's why I love Vegas so much, because there's so much you can do as a family. And then at nighttime, go out and get lit with your friends and stuff. Mm-hmm. Mandalay Bay has an aquarium where they have, it literally feels like a whole aquarium, literally.
Yeah, it is.
CoverGirl's Lash Blast Cleantopia, the plant-powered mascara you know and love, is now available in a new ultramarine black shade, a fun twist on classic black. Extreme Lush Volume delivers up to 300% more volume versus bare lashes. Plant-powered mascara inspired by the power of plants with 100% cellulose plant fibers. Up to 24-hour wear, smudge-proof, flake-proof, and clump-free. Lash Blast Cleantopia in the new shade Ultramarine Black uses ultramarine pigments for an intense black with a hint of blue for brighter, more wide-awake looking eyes. This is giving to me like a night out, with friends, a date night, or just going out in general when you want that sexy look. Like for example, when you dye your hair black, but you want like the ultra black look and it also has that blue undertone. Mm-hmm. I could see how that works too with lashes.
Yes.
It's giving date night, here I come, baby.
And baby, I'm all about the clean products. So I am here for it. I just love that it gives my lashes a long, lush look. I'm just obsessed, girl.
Available in 5 shades, perfect for all makeup looks, only from Easy Breezy, beautiful Covergirl. I always wanted to say that. But that's a lot of fun, you guys. I definitely recommend that for your kids. Circus, I haven't been there, but they know they have a lot of arcades and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A lot of hotels have arcades, though. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of stuff to do. Like there's the flamingos that you can go see. There's a dinosaur exhibit that we saw one time with Mia. Mm-hmm. There's so much family stuff to do, you guys. And that's why I like Vegas so much, because during the day you could do full-blown family activities. Yeah. There's like a bunch of candy stores if you're someone who will like let your kid have a treat for the vacation. Like take them to the M&M store. Take them to the sugar factory store. Like there's so much things to do, but
yeah,
we did that. We just walked around. We were like, we got like those like slushies. I feel like to have the true Vegas experience, you need to be on the strip with like one of those slushy drinks for sure.
And we downed the whole thing as a group.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. And then we get to the aquarium. That was fun. And then after that, we take like a break, huh?
Yeah. Then that night, that's when we went to Dre's. It was a Dre's after party, right? Because the Dre's Club was closed.
Okay, it was let's talk about it because this is actually so funny, you guys. This was so funny.
We first got a party bus.
Yes. Yeah, so we're like, let's get a party bus because, we all want to go out. And like, I just feel like a party bus really sets the tone for the night. It really does, Mara. Because in the party bus, you have like a whole hour to get lit in there. And it gets you excited to go to the next destination. So we get into this party bus. Everyone's drinking. We're all twerking. And we were like, you know what? We don't know where the fuck we're going. We told the driver, just drive for an hour and then we'll figure out where we're going to go. Because we just want the vibes to get going.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so Elizabeth, oh my God, Elizabeth is such a fucking queen. Elizabeth had found a promoter at Hakkasan the night before. And she asked him like, what were the hookups and stuff? He had so many connections like through all the clubs. And he's like, cool, I'll text you. Guys, I know sometimes it could be annoying with all the promoters in Vegas when you're walking the strip and everybody's handing you shit. And sometimes you're like, oh, I'm fine. Because you don't know what they're giving you.
Yeah.
Trust me, guys, whenever they want to talk to you, actually stand there and listen like, okay, what you got for me, baby. They will actually give you so many hookups. Like they'll get you into clubs for free, clubs that will cost over $100 to get in. If you get there at a certain time, they'll get you on the guest list, get you in for free. Sometimes it's even like open bar from like certain time to certain time. So definitely recommend, guys, actually taking the slips from those promoters. Like actually take whatever the hell they're going to give you guys and tell them, text me and let me know what's going on this weekend because they have pool parties, they have connections to everything, shows and all kinds of stuff, the strip club, all of it. So Elizabeth's like actually asking questions to him. She's like, okay, so he texts her. He has a hookup to get into Omnia, Hakkasan, Marquee, all these clubs. He's like, I can get you guys anywhere for free. He was like telling us like, if you get here from this time to this time, open bar for ladies. Like we were like, damn, this guy's gonna get us a hookups, So definitely recommend you guys actually speaking to the promoters.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we're running a little late. We get into the fucking party bus and we're like, fuck, we're not gonna make it to the club because you have to get there before 1 to get in, like for free and stuff because the clubs in Vegas could get really expensive. I'm talking $100 to even just get inside, So we're like, fuck, okay, we're not gonna make it to Omnia because Omnia. Have you seen it on TikTok, Mara? Omnia. Omnia has been all over my TikTok feed. It's like going viral because it's like a really good fucking club in Vegas. So we're trying to get into Omnia, but we're running late and we're like, fuck it. We're not going to Omnia. Like, screw it. He tells us about Marquee. They opened up at 2 a.m. At this point, I think it was 2 a.m. already, Mara, that party bus.
Damn.
And he's like, you know what? I can get you guys into Marquee. They're actually just opening up. So we're like, cool. Driver, take us to Cosmopolitan because that's where the Marquee's at. We're pulling up. There's already a line. So we're like standing in this line and we're like, cool. We're here. They just opened up. It's about to be fucking lit. Like they just started this club. Like it opened right now. So we're getting to the front of the line. Peter's in front of me. Peter, we know that Peter is 420 friendly.
Yes.
So he has some 420 friendly products on him. And I had no idea. I think at that point, Peter was drunk too. I think everybody was drunk and we didn't even think like, oh my gosh, he's carrying like his blunts and stuff on him. We had no clue. I didn't even fucking know. And then they search him and they're like, looking at him.
Trash.
Yeah. And the security, he looks annoyed because he's like, you really try to sneak this shit in, So Peter's like, I don't even think Peter knew he had it on him. Like, he was drunk.
I know.
And Peter's just like, oh. And the security was actually like pretty nice. He was stern, but he was nice. He was like, listen, I could easily call the security over here and not let you in. He's like, but I'm going to let you in, but you have to cough it up. Like, you're going to give me your weed. You're going to give me your stuff, and then I'll let you in. And so Peter's like, okay, yeah, for sure. Like, fuck it, So he just hands it over to him. And we're like, okay, cool, we're good. Then I'm next in line. Then they search my bag. I got this new camera. And it looks like a stick. And they're like, that can't come in. I'm like, it's a camera. He's like, can't come in. And you know what, Myra? The night before at Hakkasan, I told them too, I was like, it's a camera, and they let me in with it. And he was like, I'll let you in with it. He's like, do not take it out. It looks like a weapon. It's cool because it's little, but it looks like a stick, and like it could look like a weapon.
Yeah.
So they at Marquee, they were like, you're not bringing that in. I'm sorry. And I was like, he's like, just take it back to your room. I was like, we just like got dropped off. Like our hotel's all the way the fuck across the strip. I was like, fuck, I'm not leaving my camera. I'm not turning my camera in, bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, fuck it. So Elizabeth's like brainstorming. We're like, okay, we see like a deli right next door.
I'm like, drop it off to one of the delis or one of the workers, and just tip him, and he'll hold it for you.
Yeah. So one of the restaurants like right next door to the line. We go up to the guy, like the cashier. I'm like, is there any way that you could hold this for us? And we gave him a tip, and we're like, please. And he's like, yes, I'm gonna be here till 5 a.m. Perfect. He's so nice. He's like, I'll take your camera. I'm like, yes, we could get in the fucking club. Because at this point, we're like, it's about to be 3 a.m. We need to get into this fucking club already. We get back in line. The first thing the guy tells us is, you guys could all come in. He can't come in. He's pointing at Peter.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, what do you mean he can't come in? Like, we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then like this other security comes in. He's like, he was digging in our trash can. He's not coming in. So Peter,
he said, your friend was digging in the trash can. You guys can come in though. He just can't come in.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking we're about to leave him. We're like, no, we're not about to abandon Peter here. So we're all so confused. We're looking around, and I'm like, what is going on, Peter? I'm like, Peter. I was like, Peter, they literally just took your stuff away. Like, were you trying to sneak it back in? Like, what's going on?
I think that's what they were thinking. Yeah.
So I'm thinking this whole time, I'm so confused. I'm like, Peter's so drunk, he's not even thinking with his head. I'm thinking he's trying to like take it from there and sneak in again. I'm like, it's not clicking to me. Like, I'm just going. Me, Peter, and Elizabeth are going back and forth. Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Why did you do that?
You guys didn't see him get confiscated. Like, you guys just heard he was digging in the trash. So to Elizabeth was just like, why were you digging in the fucking trash? You know?
No, we knew that he was digging for his stuff back. Yeah. But I was trying to talk to Peter. I'm like, but what? Why would you dig for it back, Peter? Like,
he was drunk.
So he would no. But the next day he explains to us. He's like, no, when you guys went to go take the camera, I thought we were leaving. So I thought, shit, we're leaving. And he did say that another security basically told him, like, if you're gonna leave, you can basically go in there and grab your shit.
Because I was trying to figure out my camera.
Dirty too. Why were they telling him to dig in the trash?
Yeah, because we were gonna leave anyway. Well, because I was trying to figure out my camera.
He thought we were leaving. Yeah.
So yeah, we tried to get back in, and he's like, nope. And then like at first we were like, why? Like, what's going on? And they're like, he's not coming back in. Because I guess they thought they were like, oh, he's trying to dig up his stuff to try to sneak it back in. We were already nice enough to let him in, you know? So we're like, okay, fuck it. So now we're like, what the fuck is about? It's like 3:30 in the morning, bitch.
3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m. and we're like, oh my gosh. We're like walking. My feet are already killing me, bitch. And I haven't even stepped to the club.
So bad too.
I take my fucking shoes off at that point, and I'm like, well, fuck this. Like, I'm taking my shoes off.
I really thought, I'm like, we're not going to make it to any club. And I'm just thinking, I'm thinking about my suegra. She's staying in our room for the meantime. We also got her a room, but where her friends were staying, so it's across the whole strip. I'm thinking, like, the later it gets, like, she's still gonna have to drive back to her hotel. It's already 3 a.m. and the night hasn't started.
Bitch.
Girl.
So that happens, and we were like, oh my god, like, what the fuck? This is like the main date. What are we gonna do? So then we go downstairs, and Elizabeth's calling the promoter, like, and everybody.
We have an emergency. What did she say?
So it was just funny because Elizabeth was also drunk at that point. So she calls up the promoter, Clarence, a tragedy happened. And he's like, what? We tried to get into the club, but we had a weed plant and they wouldn't let us in. I was
like, when she said this, I can't let it go. I literally pictured Peter pulling up with a pot of a plant inside the club.
I started cracking the fuck up. I was like, a pot, like a plant. She literally said a plant.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth was already drunk.
What did the guy say though?
The guy though, he was just so fucking flabbergasted and so over our shit already because we were already running late to the first club and we couldn't get in. And then he like tried to make it work and he got us into the marquee. So he was like, you know what? You're out of options for tonight. I'll call you tomorrow, and just hangs up on Elizabeth.
Like, just literally hangs up on her.
But like, he must have been like, "What the fuck do you mean you were going in with a weed plant, bitch?" Like, what? He was probably like, "What?" He was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I think you meant like a blunt." And she's like, "Oh, like he probably thought
a weed plant." Like,
he was probably like, "This bitch has to be fucking pranking me right now," and he just hung up like so. I just thought it was so funny. But, you know, we end up asking the taxi driver, like, yo, we gotta go somewhere. Like, is there anything open at this point? And then we're at this point, we're like, well, let's just go to Omnia. Fuck it. We've been wanting to go to Omnia. Like, that's what we wanted to do this weekend. And then we're thinking, like, bitch, we don't even know what time Omnia closes. Because if it closes at 4 a.m.
How did we get to Dre's?
Well, that's where we're going right now. We were like, Omnia it is. And at this point, Elizabeth was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like, at this point, we're going to have to pay $100 to get in. It's going to be 1 hour long. Like, so we were like, you know what? And then also, like, we're trying to figure it out, you guys.
We are like, literally, that scene of SpongeBob when he's walking in the flames, like the restaurant burning down, that was literally us.
And at that point, we're like, we need to, and then we were just going back and forth. And like, we were like, we need to fucking like, group up together right now and figure out what the fuck we're doing. At this point, you guys, like, everybody's a little lit from the party bus. So we're just trying to like figure out what's going on. And we're like, yo, time is fucking ticking. Everybody stop what you're doing. We need to find a solution right now. Yes. So we're like, okay, take us to Dre's. Cause like, the taxi driver ended up telling us like, you know what, Dre's is going to be open and it's not like as expensive because we're thinking $100 per person to get in, you guys. It's 7 of us, $700 to just get into the fucking club. We still have to buy drinks. Like, let's be for real. They might close in an hour. Like, what is the fucking reason?
Yeah.
So they're like, you know what, Dre's is open. Let's go there. We're like, okay, Dre's it is. We've been to Dre's before. It's really fun. Dre's at the Cromwell. Mm-hmm. We get dropped off at the Cromwell. We're on our way to Dre's. Bitch, a fucking sign, a big ass sign, venue closed. 3:30 in the morning. We're like, what the fuck? Yep. What is going on? So we're like, it's closed. No, oh my God. So we start freaking out. But luckily, right next door, Dre's after hours.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So we're like, okay, fuck it. And they were like, well, it's not a club, it's actually a lounge. We're like,
and what? We were already going like in like with our hopes, and we're like, oh my God, we really miss the club right now. We're gonna go to a stupid little lounge. It's gonna be whack.
We were like, a lounge? Oh, okay.
We pull up and it was popping, girl. It felt like a bar.
It felt like a club. Like, like we pull up to the after hours. And I am actually so glad that it happened the way it did because the after hours closed at 6 in the morning. Mm-hmm. So the night was young, bitch. We're pulling up 3 a.m. We're like, we got time. Mm-hmm. And because it's after hours, people usually go there after they've, gone to the club. The clubs are closing 3, 4 a.m. And people are like, I'm still going. We're still ready to party. And then people who want to keep partying will go to after hours because they close like hella fucking late, early in the morning. And that's where we went. The whole club was lit, the house. Mm-hmm. I have never seen such immaculate vibes in a club. And I don't know if it's because everybody was already lit from like other clubs.
Yeah, I think so.
But everybody was like having I literally like looking around, like every single person in this building is fucking gone. Everybody was drunk, dancing. Peter walks in. I love Peter because he's like so social.
Yeah, he is.
Peter is the social that I wish I was.
Yeah.
Like he walks in and just goes up to strangers and starts twerking on them. Like that's Peter. Makes friends anywhere he goes. Yeah. And immediately, like, the vibes are there. We're all dancing. And we're like, oh, my God. There was one girl. It was like I think it was like a group of, like, it was like a birthday party. Mm-hmm. And it was these 2 girls and 2 guys. And I was like, why y'all bitches here, like, with that attitude? Peter is just super friendly, trying to dance with everybody. So he just goes up to their group, trying to dance. And, like, the girl turns around and she's like, I'm not comfortable you getting this close to me. To Peter.
She said that?
And he was like, baby, we're just having fun. He's like, and Peter's like just vibes. Like everybody else in this club loves Peter because he's like dancing with everybody. Yeah. And then these 2 like stuck up bitches, like, I'm not comfortable with you getting close to me. And then like they did it again. She did it again. She's like, I already told you like to back up. She tells Peter. And I was like, oh, at this point I kind of got like a little bit like embarrassed. I was like, okay, maybe they're just like a little uptight and like they don't want to dance with him. So I did tell Peter, I was like, I think they just don't want to dance. Like, let's just come over here. But Elizabeth did go up to them and they were like, I'm sorry, he is drunk. Like, this is a crowded, like, place, Yeah. And I even, it crossed my mind. I was thinking, like, bitch, like, there's people crowding everywhere. Like, what do you mean back up? Like, sorry, who the fuck are you? Like, I was thinking, like, bitch, what is going on? But, yeah, there was, like, those 2 people. And I remember getting an off-putting vibe from it. I was like, oh, I hope these people don't start shit. Yeah. He was just having a good time, but besides that, like everybody was, it was that place was such a blast.
It was so fun.
Like you guys, Dre's after hours, it's a lounge, but it gets fucking lit. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to go back.
I can't wait.
Now I'm like, now I'm thinking like when we go back, like we have to go to after hours. Yeah. That place is so fun.
It was fun.
It was a fucking blast.
Yeah, I had a blast. I actually didn't get like lit because Karina told me the next day She's like, I have never seen you shake ass like that. And I think she thought I was like super drunk.
I've never seen Myra's ass shake so much.
No. And when I tell you, Karina, I was like lit, but I knew everything I was doing. I mean,
you got it was a blast.
I think I was just really like just having fun.
It was so much fun, you guys. Like
I was
so much
truly
fun.
just having a blast. And I think right now I'm at a phase where like we don't go out. We never go out because Noah's still a baby.
I feel like that was the first time that I've seen you like let loose and like
I was fully letting loose.
Dead ass. The first time I seen you let loose in a long time. I was like, she's having a good fucking time right now.
Great time.
It was so fun.
It was one of the most memorable trips to Vegas.
It was so fun. And I think honestly, like even if we were all stressed the fuck out and stuff, I feel like
made up for it.
I feel like that experience in itself, like the party bus being chaotic, us running late, figuring out where the fuck to go, running around the damn casinos, like where are we going? I feel like that in itself was an experience.
Yeah.
In the moment we were like stressed out. But we kept cracking up because we're like, bitch, it's 3 a.m. What are we doing? Everyone's drunk. Now looking back, I'm like, that in itself was a whole moment.
It was.
And it was so fucking fun.
Oh, man. Vegas is iconic.
Oh, my God. Day 2 was just the funnest ever.
It was so fun.
Bitch, we left the club like at 5 a.m. Oh, my God. At that point, we were exhausted. We got to our room
like at 6.
Yes. And then we went to, oh, my gosh. And then out of nowhere, we're walking out of the hotel. And instead of thinking like, all right, we need to go like to get a taxi, get a car, we ended up walking into Flamingo.
Yeah.
And then we're like, I don't know. And then we were like, okay, we need to eat food. So then we go get pizza at Flamingo. And I remember thinking, I was like, oh, cool. Then we're just going to walk upstairs to our room. And we're always like, we're at Flamingo.
I know.
I was like, oh my God, we're not at our hotel. Like, I don't know why I thought we were like
stayed at the MGM. And the MGM is low key like in La Esquina, like in the
It's all the way the fuck over there. So we're on the middle of the strip. And I'm thinking like, wait, we're not at the MGM right now. So we're like, oh my God, we still have to fucking walk our asses. And then it was like freezing outside already. So then after we ate, it was already like almost 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. And then like we get in the car, get dropped off. Oh my gosh, bitch, I knocked the fuck out. But it was just the funnest night, guys. I feel like those hectic, chaotic nights, like those are the funnest to look back on and remember.
And traveling with a baby, I was so scared, Karina, because the last time we went to Vegas, Noah was, I think he was like a few months. He had to be like no more than like 5 months. I don't know. Was he 6 months? I don't know. He was still like a little younger. This time around, I have a whole 10-month-old. He's a lot more alert. Like he needs to be moving. He slept the whole ride to Vegas. Oh my God. Just 1 hour awake. And even then he was like chilling.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. What about the way back?
On my way back, same thing, Karina. A dream. Slept the whole ride, the last hour, just chilling, like that's happiest amazing. Little baby. Amazing. And it's so cute to see your kids so excited to live life. Like I literally, I get to the hotel and Noah is like at the phase where he's like walking around, grabbing on, like he's not walking it, but he's walking, like grabbing onto stuff. He gets there, he's like laughing and like talking and like walking around the bed. He's crawling, he's touching things. Like I just know he's like thriving that we're not home right now. Like he's just thriving the whole night though. No, he was during the day. He was thriving. Like I just want to go back to Vegas just to like give him that experience.
In our hotel too, he would like walk around and hold on to stuff. For kids that little, I feel like it's so exciting to be in a different space because Mia too, whenever we get to a hotel, she has so much fun. Aww. She starts running around, looking everywhere, looks at the window, looks at the view. Like I think at that age, it's really exciting to go to hotels, huh?
It's so exciting.
Because Noah too, like I would see him like crawl around all excited. I'm like, he's so excited to be in this new space right now.
It made me so happy that I just want to book a family trip just how happy I saw him, Karina.
Yes, he was.
It's so actually cute. So cute. Like
he was thriving.
Little things that you would just do for your kids. Like now, I'm like, I want to go to Vegas again just to give you that experience. It's the
simplest things. Like literally, just seeing your baby have a good time. Like it really, truly, like feeds your soul, huh?
Yeah, it was so cute.
Just seeing them, like, oh, you can tell they're having fun.
Yeah, I feel like Noah's at a stage where he's like, he knows like his surroundings and he's like so alert that everything is just that much more. Like our mornings right now are so fun. He's starting to sleep in a lot more. He used to be the kind to wake up at 7 to the dot. And I think Vegas it was kind of a mistake, but like a good mistake because before he was still like napping 3 times a day. And I feel like for his months they say that they only nap like twice, and I was like, he's still napping a little longer. And Vega's only allowed for him to like nap maybe like once a day, right? So now he's like sleeping until 10 a.m.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's probably what he needed. Like get that stretch in.
This morning, like he did wake up a little earlier. It was at 9. But even then I was like, this is incredible.
Oh, that's good.
I love this for us.
Oh my gosh, that's really good. For
wow,
Mia,
he did so good on the ride.
For Mia, I still worry about long rides. And I can't tell if she's going to be like cool or if she's going to be.
I think you have to work around her nap time. I think that's what we did for Noah.
Especially right now with Mia. So the thing is, I had not brought it up yet, but Mia is officially off her pacifier. And I say officially because it's been like at least 3 weeks now.
Wow.
I hadn't brought it up in the previous episodes because I was like, okay, like I know I took it away from her cold turkey, but I was like, I just don't know if it's going to be difficult, you know, but now that it's been nearly a month, I'm like, okay, it's time. Like it's officially gone. It was just one night where we took it away, literally cold turkey, y'all, where she had lost it. And for whatever reason that night we couldn't find it. And I remember the next morning being like, you know what, it was a rough night, but if she went that night without it, she can go without it, period. Because y'all know that Mia was like hooked on her pacifier. It was becoming a problem to the point that like even when she was having fun during the day, like she wanted to have it in her mouth. And I was like, this is not just for nap time anymore. This is not just for you to sleep and soothe yourself. This is like a constant thing. It's nothing good can come from you having a pacifier in your mouth 24/7.
Yeah.
Like absolutely not. I was like, no. My daughter, she's already gonna be 3 in April. I was like, absolutely not. So we just took it from her. The first nights, you guys, were really hard. The first week, I will say, sleeping, oh my God, it was a nightmare. Like she would wake up often and like it would take her a while to go back to sleep, and we'd try to soothe her, rock her, and like she was learning to like soothe in other ways where it was just really fucking hard. But every night I was like, you know what, that was hard, but we already went through those few nights. Like it's up from here and we're not turning back.
Does it make you sad that she's not on it anymore?
A part of me like makes me sad because recently we went to your house for the Super Bowl. And she found one of her, one is there. And in her head, I always told her, I was like, I don't know, baby, it's missing. So when we went to your house, it had already been a couple of weeks, and we went to Myra's house for the Super Bowl. She finds the pacifier, and she's like, mommy, bon, because she calls it bon. Like, she's like, bon. She was like all jumping excited.
Oh my heart.
She was basically saying like, oh my God, I found it.
Yeah.
And I looked at her, I was like, no, baby. I was like, no more. I was like, you're not a baby anymore. And she understood, but she was sad. She was like, she was like sad for a few minutes, but like she got over it. And she doesn't ask for it anymore. The first week, like every day she would just be like, I want bone. But she was like embarrassed to ask because she knew that like she couldn't have it. Because I tried so many things, you guys, like cold turkey might sound like harsh, but I did try that one thing that you said from Amazon. That it shortens it. She knew immediately with the first phase. Nope, she didn't want it. She did not want it. She was like, absolutely not. Like even like the ones to wean you off, she wasn't having it. I literally put vinegar on her fucking pacifier, thinking it would do something. She didn't like it for a few minutes, and like after that, she still fucking had it in her mouth. It didn't work. I was thinking like I could put anything on this shit, and she'll still have it in her mouth.
Literal shit.
And literally like a day after, that's when I was like, we're going cold turkey. And it has now been over 3 weeks, you guys. My biggest test was Vegas.
Whoa.
And when I say cold turkey, I mean cold turkey, and I never gave it to her again, not even for a little bit. I was tempted to sometimes, but I was like, nope.
Did she like have any moments?
So that's what I was telling Raul. I was like, the real test is gonna be Vegas. It's like a 3.5 hour drive. And I was like, and you know, just in general, it's gonna be the test because we're out of town. She did so good. She didn't cry much. Also, my suegra and Denise were in the backseat too, so she was being entertained and stuff, so she was thriving. But I feel like to me, Vegas, like a whole trip without it and like a long road trip, to me, that was like the seal. Like she's officially off that shit. We even did a trip without it. So I'm so happy to be past that, guys. Like it's the little things. Just getting off the pacifier is a huge milestone to us, y'all. So yeah, that's huge for us. But going back to how you said Love is Blind, because I've been seeing that shit all over my TikTok page, Myra. I have not watched the new season, but I saw that you, Brian, and Noah were watching it. What's up with this new season? I haven't watched it yet, but I've been seeing
season 6 of Love is Blind. Wow. Okay, so I started watching it on Valentine's Day. I wasn't so hooked that day for obvious reasons. So I started watching it again because on my TikTok, I started seeing a lot about this this girl looking like Megan Fox, Chelsea. And beautiful girl. Not bashing on this woman. She's a beautiful girl. But the point of like
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind is, not about looks. You fall for their personality. So
they're in pods basically, and they're like talking to each other, getting to know each other. Love is blind.
Yeah,
looks shouldn't matter.
Yeah. She ends up like telling this, and this is all over TikTok. Like, I'm not really ruining it for you guys.
I haven't even watched it, but I've been seeing it all over TikTok.
She ends up telling Jimmy that she looks like Megan Fox, and it's not that she told him she looks like Megan Fox. Is that she referred to her as. She basically said her husband's name. She said, "Oh, I look like so-and-so's wife." And people were like, "Baby, I know damn right you know Megan Fox's name."
Okay.
You could have said Megan Fox.
Is it true that there is like another girl? Because I haven't watched it. But people are saying that he was between her and another girl. Okay,
so Jimmy was between Jessica and Chelsea.
Okay.
Both beautiful girls. I really think Jimmy went with like the idea. He started to believe he was talking to Megan Fox.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he chose her.
I haven't even seen the show, but just from the TikTok clips like alone.
Yeah.
You kind of get the idea that she wanted to say she looks like. I have a feeling because I haven't watched it, but it sounds to me like he was
split. What's her moment?
He sounds to me like he was split between her and Jessica, you said?
Yes.
Jessica, which by the way, she's so beautiful too. They're both gorgeous. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that she thought maybe he's falling for Jessica. Again, I haven't fucking watched it, but just from the clips alone, that's what the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
And that he didn't ask her, do you look like a celebrity? She told him, do you ever get told that you look like a celebrity?
Yeah.
And he was like, I
think that was her moment. She gave her, she did it so she can give him that.
I think she wanted to sway him her way a little bit. Because, I mean, if you tell me you look like Megan Fox, I'm thinking, like, you are absolutely
the baddest bitch in town.
Baddest bitch walking in this motherfucking pod.
So, I think that's what it is that people are saying, like, it defeats the purpose of Love is Blind. And I think the way that she approached it, and she didn't say her name. She said her man's name.
She says, I've been told I look like her. I don't see it, but I think it's just because I have dark hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
But I mean, at that point, just saying you resemble her, I think he's definitely thinking.
She also, and I know some people are saying that she doesn't look like Megan Fox.
She does look like her.
I think her eyes, she does have Megan Fox's eyes, and she is a pilot. So keep in mind, she wears a mask like on these planes. Like I can see just seeing her eyes. Like,
oh, she's a pilot.
Yeah, she's a pilot.
Oh, queen.
Not a pilot. I'm sorry.
Flight attendant?
Flight attendant.
Oh, I was like a fucking pilot. Okay.
No. Okay, I'm so sorry. She's still a queen. She's a flight attendant. So I could imagine her being a flight attendant with her mask, like just seeing her eyes. I could see why she'd be told a lot that she looks like Megan Fox.
And the mask, okay.
Yeah. So she's a gorgeous girl, but I think like what people are saying is like he really thought like he was going to meet Megan Fox. And that's also his fault too, because he was clearly in it for the wrong reasons. And if you keep watching it, then you really realize that love is very not blind, baby, because it defeats the entire purpose of this damn show. It is so good,
Is he an asshole? I heard he's like an asshole.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. You guys have to watch it. When I tell you that even Noah was hooked up in that, like he was like just watching it. He has no idea.
Shit today. I love Love is Blind. I haven't watched the new season.
No, Karina, Brian is not the kind to be into girls shows like that. When I tell you, he is so hooked.
Oh my God, I can't wait for Monroe to start watching that shit today.
He was like the whole Megan Fox scene when they actually meet. Like Brian was like cackling. He was like, bruh.
No. I saw the TikTok of when she comes out. And like, I feel so bad because she's so excited. Like she does that little like awkward run.
I know.
You know that little run she did?
Yeah.
I was like, baby, I
know. So Brian is
bad.
like,
I feel bad.
Brian. Okay, and it gets so good, Karina. It gets so good because all the couples meet together.
Oh, and yes,
Jimmy, you guys just have to watch. Jimmy is just like
weird.
He's just doing too much. It's so obvious he's not into Chelsea. It's like the saddest thing ever.
He's not into her?
Oh my goodness. I'm saying too much.
No. I want to watch it. This is good. I want to watch it.
Maybe they haven't seen it, girl.
No, but this is all like
Karina, he's not into her. He was definitely in it thinking she was Megan Fox. I'll just say that.
Aw. You
He's
know what?
not into her. It's so obvious.
I feel like it's just sad because like, you know, you see it and you're like, you do resemble her. Like you have features that resemble her.
Yeah.
I saw people comparing her to like like Megan Fox back then.
Yeah.
When she was younger. And she does look like her. It's just that she has like, you know, like a longer chin, like her face structure is a little different, but her actual features, she does resemble Megan Fox. Like I could 100% see how she got those comments in her life, you know?
Yeah.
It's just saying it out loud to somebody, like you're kind of putting a seed into their head thinking
and
that.
And then I don't know why season 6, I thought was going to be full season 6. But they have another, it's still part of that season, but they have another, I guess, season coming out when they all meet. So it's not just the couples. Now Jessica's coming in. They're all, so Jimmy's going to meet Jessica. And there's a clip, and it comes out the 21st, Karina. Me and Brian were so bummed. We're like, it's tomorrow. We got to have like a premiere for this, Karina.
Oh my God, please, can we?
But you need to catch up first.
We have a Love is Blind party.
You need to catch up first, and then we have a premiere tomorrow, Karina.
I know what the fuck I'm doing today.
Oh my God, there's a scene, and Jimmy's telling Jessica, you know Jessica, the fucking badass bitch she is, right?
She's a baddie.
He's telling her, he's like, you were always my number one. And she's like, she looks like, yep, that's right. And there's a scene where Chelsea, I'm not giving away anything. This is literally, the teaser. This is literally the teaser. Chelsea is yelling at Jimmy, you fucked her. I know you fucked her.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Who? What? It's crazy.
I have to watch this shit because
you guys have to watch this.
No, I just want to say this. I need to watch this shit because the way these girls are about Jimmy, what the fuck kind of charm does he have? Because
I don't understand.
He's not giving.
No, because when Jessica said you're going to need an EpiPen because you're going to choke, she ate.
She fucking ate.
But you know what's crazy? She might just have needed that EpiPen after she saw who she was falling for. Byron. Telling you that right now, girl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was he really charming in the pods or what?
I mean, yeah, obviously. They were both like for him. But like, I'm like, girl, you dodged a bullet.
Oh,
so
100%.
When Chelsea's out here like crying, like, I know you fucked her. I know. I'm like, I think he fucked somebody else. I don't know. I don't think Jessica would have done that, especially after meeting him.
Oh my God.
It is so good, you guys. So can you imagine? We're all into it. Like finally the couples are going to like, no, the last episode is when the couples all reunite. The couples that ended up finding like their partner. But the next season is everybody coming in. The ones that you didn't propose to.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see Jessica. I'm just trying to see his mouth drop when he sees Jessica.
I just can't wait to see it in general. Like, I you know what? When I first started seeing the clips of Chelsea on TikTok, like just clips from the episode, Mario, I did think, I was like, oh, why would she say that? Why would she say that? You know? But then I came across her personal TikTok, and she's actually like funny.
Chelsea.
I was like, okay, I feel her. She made a TikTok, and she was like, if you've told me I look like Megan Fox, please, I'm begging you. This is your time.
I know, she is funny.
This is your time to come out and say it.
And even then, like, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Really pretty.
She's pretty.
I feel like sometimes
she does look like Natalie Nunn a little bit.
She looks like a mix of Natalie Nunn, Katy Perry, and
Katy Perry too. Oh shit.
I think so.
I feel like she dead ass looks like Natalie Nunn with Megan Fox's features.
Yeah, she does. She looks like them both a lot.
She looks like both of them.
But they couldn't say Natalie Nunn because she was wearing the mask.
Bitch, I need to watch this shit.
When the couples meet, he's like, I'm not going to say too much, but he's over here like complimenting a girl's ass.
I saw that on TikTok.
And Chelsea is like freaking out that her first instinct is to be like, yeah, girl, you do got a big ass. She has no idea what to say, pobrecita. Many shit, girl.
Why are you going to go on Love is Blind?
If you fell in love with her personality también, like, why are you focused so much on her looks? And they talk about so much about her looks so much that it's so obvious it's like not going to work out. It's so sad.
Is it just me, or there's not like a lot of plus size people on Love is Blind? Yeah. And do they do it because they think it'd be like a...
I could have sworn I had seen one time that there was.
I saw a clip. It was like clipped on TikTok of somebody who was plus size, and the guy like... He doesn't even know how to contain himself. He's like, it's not gonna work out. Like,
you know what?
But I'm like, bitch, that's crazy.
Oh my God. You know what I noticed about this season of Love is Blind? every person that proposed, the guy meets their wife or fiance, and they're like, they hug, and the first thing they do is get on their knees and like propose. Jimmy, he met her and he was like, let's take a seat. He like sits down and he's like analyzing her before he proposes. Oh my God. I'm like, you really?
This is too much.
And like, and she's like, am I like what you expected? Oh my God. It's just crazy. There is some stuff. I could never be on Love is Blind, bitch. My feelings would be so hurt. Like, I can't, Karina. This guy, Jimmy, would make me so insecure. Like, and people are coming for Chelsea that she's really insecure, whatever. Aww. But it doesn't make it any better being with a man like that. A man that is like not sure that he likes you anymore because of how you look. A man
that literally chose you because he thought you were Megan Fox. He thought you looked like her.
Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, girl.
Oh, it's just sometimes when I watch Love is Blind, like the comments that they make, like that. So am I what you expected? Like, I'm like, I would never say that. I would never say that. I would be so embarrassed. Like, I would just be fucking like so embarrassed to even think. I'd be thinking like, oh my God, do they even like me? Like, you know?
Karina, it's gonna take you the whole day. Watch the whole season.
Oh, I'm watching it all.
Because tomorrow we have to watch.
We need to have a watch party.
There is a favorite couple that I love. Oh my God, they're so in love.
Oh, I love.
You just have to watch. The guy is a worship leader.
Aww.
Yeah, and that couple. If you guys have seen.
I'm literally going to get on it today.
The most loving couple, like they're my favorite. You could tell it is like true love. I love them.
I'm going to watch that shit today. I can't wait. Love is Blind is such a good show. Oh man.
I'm getting into my shows this year, girl.
As you should. So speaking about like Vegas in general, do you know there's a bullet train being built to Vegas, Mara, from LA to Vegas?
That's crazy.
And it's going to be like an hour-long ride.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're gonna have like a stop, I think, in Rancho or something. I don't know, but like I'm thinking like, bitch, that's gonna be life-changing, and it's about damn time they do it, because how many people in California, you know, do the drive? Because it's not like, for me, I've literally only flown to Vegas one fucking time, and I actually regretted it because I was like, bitch, by the time I had to get to the airport, pack my fucking shit and get there early, an hour before, and then land there, get into this like whole like the taxis and stuff. I actually felt that it was less stressful to just fucking drive there, because it's like 3.5 hours away, 3 to 4 hours. Anyways, they're building a bullet train to go straight to Vegas, Myra, from LA to Vegas, and it's gonna get there in an hour. Are
bullet trains like things that they exist?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm reading on it now. It says a high-speed rail project between the Inland Empire and Las Vegas landed at $3 billion. It is on track to open by 2028.
What?
It seems far away, but it's not. I'm pulling up. I will definitely take the fucking train to Vegas. That's genius. I think it might be an hour to like 2 hours, but it's so worth it, Mara. Like, I mean, you're not gonna do the stops, like, you know, the restrooms, or, you know, all that stuff takes time. All that stuff adds like 30 minutes. Getting off for snacks. But then again, it's just a road trip vibes. But imagine like literally just getting on a train and you're in Vegas like in an hour or two. I think that's fucking genius.
That's iconic.
And I think it's going to do so fucking well. I feel like people are going to start planning trips to Vegas just to get on that fucking train. They're like, oh, might as well use a train and go to Vegas. Like, I'm so excited about it, actually.
That's exciting.
But I thought it was actually going to be like 10 years, but apparently it's saying 2028. Wow. That's in 4 years. I mean, we're going to be in our mid-30s, bitch. That's crazy.
Ooh.
But we'll still be pulling up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyways, I thought that was a cool fact that I've been hearing about, and I was like, that's so cool. I can't wait to actually ride to Vegas like that. Like, that's amazing. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're still recovering, as you can see.
Definitely still recovering.
Yesterday was the laziest day of my life, and today I'm still like, ugh.
It's the rainy days. It started raining again.
The rainy day. It's the traveling, the dehydration.
Yeah.
All of it.
But we hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys rate if you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see y'all
next week.
Next one. Bye.